Welcome to IntoWineTV. We're at Incanto restaurant in San Francisco, and we're tasting Italian whites. Today our wine is the Campo al Mare, and it's a Bolgheri Vermentino. Retails for $20 to 2008. What do you think, Cezar?
You know, knowing the composition of this wine with 95% of Vermentino and 5% Sauvignon Blanc, it kind of shows me how much strength Sauvignon Blanc can carry sometime. Because when I smell the wine right away, I definitely smell the classic Sauvignon Blanc flavors of like green pea, maybe freshly cut grass. So I was actually, if I was ever blind tasted on that wine, I would definitely go towards Sauvignon Blanc in a sense that I would think it's a blend with stronger Sauvignon Blanc element in it. So that was kind of my first impression.
What do you think?
I've been tasting a lot of Vermentino, and I've had this producer before. You know, it's good. I would say that it's maybe a Vermentino of a style that has a little bit of oak treatment to it. I think that comes out on the wine, so it's made in a more of a style that maybe could show a little bit of age to it, and that's maybe their focus. I think the wines, you know, based on Vermentinos, I'd like to see a little bit more livelier character on the palate, maybe a little bit more acidity. This wine, I think, exhibits more kind of spice, more slight almond, nutty character to it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think that normally Vermentinos, I like to have them in a more bright style, yeah. And this one kind of exhibits more ripe fruit aromas, almost overripe fruit aromas, yeah. Almost like an overripe banana and papaya, mm-hmm. Rather than citrus and maybe a kind of a peachy flavors that I often get from Vermentino. So in that sense, I absolutely, yeah, I'm in agreement with you.
Yeah, my first reaction when I smelled it was that it's pongy. You know, wow, it's pongy.
Pony?
You mean like a pony?
Pongy.
Oh,
pungy.
Pungent. It's pungent, okay. And it's sort of like if you smell a really stinky cheese the first time,
the cheesy
you
thing,
might,
definitely.
if you're not familiar with that, you might find it fairly offensive, off-putting. And you know, that's my first thought of this. It's like a barnyard. It's a farm smells, and then your crushed peas is actually a really good analogy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had this wine before with foods and so forth. And you're exactly right. I mean, I think it would go great with some goat cheese and some herbs and
great cheese. Yeah, great cheese.
Having had that slightly offensive first aroma, just like good cheese, it grows on you. So I'm not finding it offensive at all. I do find it really pungent and in a way, sort of it's fun because it's different. I like the fact that it's stinky and different, and it's got character. Whether you like it or not, it's got character.
Yeah, I like it, and I think for me too, having had this wine and having had other Vermentinos, I think this wine's made in a manner in which you can actually take it a little bit further into a course of a meal. You can certainly have it with some entrees and some fish items, and maybe even French versions, Provençal, or something with tomatoes and olives and whatnot. Some more aggressive flavors. Yeah. I think it's got the weight to stand up to those.
Since you tried quite a few Vermentinos recently, would you say that Vermentino is one of those wines that really comes in many shapes and forms? I think the Vermentino has a very, very wide variety. Yeah. In sense of flavors, because I've tried Vermentinos that were, in this more kind of a riper style. I've tried Vermentinos that were way brighter and fresher and more forward. So yeah, Vermentino.
I also like the fact it's not overly high in alcohol. It's only 11.5%, so you can drink a bottle of this and then.
You like the fact, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, to use it to compare this to another varietal outside of Sauvignon Blanc, it's very similar to Albarino, in which there's a lot of different styles. It's a great varietal that can take 2 oak or just stainless still and have those attributes and nuances really be either highlighted or muted, depending upon the way that they're made.
Good reviews, so don't be put off by the initial bouquet of this particular wine, the Campo al Mare. Once you give it a try, you might be surprised and end up drinking it throughout the entire meal. Again, this is the 2008 Campo al Mare, and we hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you next time on IntoWineTV. Thanks for joining.